Hey guys, Ruby Carroll here with Nine Leadership. Welcome back to our Meeting for Monday live stream. The angle's a little different today because my camera is not working on my computer, so I need to get that resolved. Anyone know a good IT person? Thankfully, I do as well. So I'll reach out to them and have them talk me through some stuff here, and we'll go from there. But welcome back. Thank you for joining today. It's Monday, so how was your weekend? I hope everyone had a good weekend. We had an awesome live stream last week with Steve McKeon, Mac. Some of you know him. Really good guy, really knowledgeable about crypto. And one of the big things that happened over the weekend was a huge crash in crypto. I went to crash, but a big dip. And so before that happened, though, I want to talk about a lot of folks reached out to me and said, okay, hey, I want to learn more about crypto. And that's why we did the live stream. And even after that, we got a bunch of people asking about, to do a follow-up one eventually. So we're going to do that in a few weeks, maybe as quickly as next week or the week after. But before we do that, I want to talk about something that came up for me when people ask me about that, which is the scarcity mentality. Now, whenever any kind of investment is coming up, scarcity is a really dangerous thing to get involved in. And so, what is scarcity? First of all, scarcity is the idea of fear. It's fear-based thinking, right? It's fear-based thinking as it manifests around money, as it manifests around worth, as it manifests around value. And one of the things that comes up for that is that it's going to basically scare you into making decisions that are emotional as opposed to logical. And so what you'll do is you'll be running away from something. You'll be afraid of losing something, afraid of missing out on something, like whether it's a big investment, whether it's hanging out with your friends. But FOMO is a real thing, and that can drive people to make poor decisions. And so what happens when that happens is that you make decisions based on emotion and feeling fear of missing out. Like, oh, I don't want to miss this big thing. Like that guy made, the Dogecoin guy made $1 million or multiple $1 million because of an investment in Dogecoin last year. Yeah, but for every one guy who invests his entire life savings in Dogecoin and makes a couple $1 million, there's a couple million people who invested their life savings in something else that didn't take off. So before you do invest, like one thing I do want to restate that we said in that live stream that I want to drive home a little bit is please don't do this with the hope of it being like a lottery ticket of like, this is everything you have and you're going to put it into this thing, right? It's not a sure bet. Crypto is nothing is a sure bet. It's looking that way. That it's very, very, it's becoming more and more stable every day. It's looking like it's more of an investment in terms of the way things are going and the way the world is going. But that doesn't mean that it's foolproof. It doesn't mean that it's guaranteed anything. So it's not financial advice. Nothing we talk about here. It's more just for information, just talking through things, getting people to ask questions, and learn more about stuff overall. Ultimately, the decisions you make have to be driven by your ability to take on risk and your ability to do what you want to do. And that all to say that scarcity mentality is not the way to operate, not the way to make any decisions in your life, whether that's financial, whether it's relationships, whether it's jobs, whether it's clients as a business owner. It's just not the way to operate because you're going to end up making the wrong choice. And what I mean by the wrong choice is not just it's wrong inherently, it's just wrong for you because it's not going to meet your goals. You're not even considering your goals. You're considering your idea of what you're afraid of missing out. So let me give you an example. If you're running away from someone with a knife that's coming after you, you're not going to care so much where you're going because probably it's going to be less dangerous than the guy with the knife behind you, right? You hope. But let's say you run into traffic and you get hit by a car. That's what you're talking about. That's what I'm talking about with scarcity mentality. You don't necessarily know where you're running to. You don't look at where you're running to. You're just running away from something. So you can go to something much, much worse. Now, on the flip side of things, if you have a destination in mind, if you know, for example, you're going to go to White Castle, for example, if you're a Harold Kumar, wonderful movie that I love, then you're going to say, okay, we're going to White Castle, and we know where we're going, and we're going to find whatever way it takes to get there, right? Then you're not worried about what's behind you. You're worried about where you're going. You're keeping your eyes focused ahead of you, right? So whatever comes after you, you know that you're still going in the same direction. Maybe you have to juke, maybe you have to move out of the way a little bit, take a little bit of a detour here and there, but ultimately you're going to go where you need to go. You're going to get there. So the same thing's true with financial planning, right? Financial goals are the same as any other kind of goals. The difference is people get emotionally attached to them because like, oh, I need money because I have to operate. Yes, money is a reality, and money does operate with a lot of scarcity sometimes. It's really hard to get out of that scarcity mentality, myself included. But ultimately, there's nowhere that's more important, honestly, than with money. So if you operate with an abundance mentality of like, look, I have what I need. I'm gonna have what I need. I'm not operating out of fear. I'm operating out of goals. I'm gonna set these goals for myself, and I'm gonna operate on these consistent basis of goals. And not out of fear. I'm not gonna throw everything I have into this and risk everything I have on something external. I'm gonna actually try to make an informed decision and try to do what we can to do the best. invest as proper possible. That's one of the dangers of scarcity mentality, is it does force you to make wrong decisions sometimes, or poor decisions that don't necessarily serve you. So as you're looking to make decisions for yourself, like whether they're career decisions, don't just take the first job that comes up. I mean, or if you do take that first job, and then with the intention of saying, okay, for yourself, I'm not going to get stuck in this job. If it's not what you want, admit that it's not what you want. Take it because you need to fill those gaps and get those goals done, but keep your eyes on the prize and know that there's something else down the pipeline. People miss out on their dream jobs and their dreams in general because they're willing to settle for something less. Don't settle for anything less. Go after what you want. Do what you have to do to survive, to live your life and to pay your bills and take care of your responsibilities. But ultimately, know what you're worth and know what you want to go after and operate that. So that's the meeting for Monday for this morning. It's not morning. Wow, it's been a long day. That's the meeting for Monday for this evening. It's a short one, really short one today, but it's more for punchiness and just to kind of get everyone to on the same page about what we talked about last week. We said, like I said, we said this on the call. We said, please don't invest any more than you're willing to risk and willing to lose. Be responsible, but it never hurts to overstate that kind of thing, because we all know folks who take things too far sometimes and who can have that risk of jumping the gun a little bit. So take care of yourselves. Have a great week. And what are your goals for this week? What are things you're going after this week? Take some time to drop it in the chat below or in the comment section. I'd be happy to talk with you guys more about that later on. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. Take care, stay safe, and have an amazing week. And fill your goals. This week we're talking with the Heat on Thursday, so look forward to that. And send us any ideas you have for topics, and we'll love to cover them. Otherwise, I'll probably something up by Wednesday. Take care, guys. Stay safe.